What's going on? What's up, Dub Nation? It's your man, C. Dougie. Week 6 is here. About to pop the camera on. Got my guy, Uncle Quan, with me as usual. Coming to you guys, bringing that Week 6 tape. We're going to get into the game. Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos. Who is the king of the NFL right now going into Week 6? Most people have already started their buys, but we're going to talk about who we think is the king of the NFL. And obviously, we're going to talk about the Panthers and get into some more Week 6 matchups. Go ahead and tell the people what's up, Uncle Quan.
What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? It's your boy Q, a.k.a. Uncle Quan. We're in the building, baby. We're in the building, ready to get on these NFL takes, man, and talk about the league, man. As you guys can see, just going to go ahead and acknowledge it. I got my Stroud jersey on. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing being, I'm not being petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not switching up. This is literally a jersey I bought before the draft. This has always been my guy. Not to take away from Bryce. Hell, obviously, Bryce is my guy. He's my guy. He's my quarterback. But today I felt like rocking the CJ Stroud jersey, Ohio State. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Let's get into these NFL takes.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, though, Quan? Almost end of the week, man. Another week. Hopefully your week been going good, man. Like you said, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Tonight, we got the defending champs. They still are the defending champs. The Kansas City Chiefs playing back at home on prime time on Thursday night against their division rival in the Denver Broncos. For me, this is another opportunity for the Kansas City Chiefs to show, did they learn from week 1 when they played the Detroit Lions? Meaning I know Travis Kelce didn't play. I know they didn't have Chris Jones, but I still think Quan was correct. Quan predicted, hey, Detroit's going to upset a lot of people. They're going to make people think, and they're going to prove why they're one of the possible NFC power teams in the NFC East. I mean, in the NFC North and the NFC as a whole. So I think tonight, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, that defense, they're on a 4-game win streak right now, and I think they're finally hitting that mid-season stride where they need to hit going into the stretch of the season. Now, on the opposite side, you got the Denver Broncos. Nothing to be said. Peyton, they wasted all that draft capital they gave away, even though people might think it was not a lot. You have a lot of draft capital away to get Sean Payton over to the Denver Broncos. Then you already see there's chaos and there's no love loss, or there is love loss for Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. They already are clashing already. And some of Sean Payton's comments have been detrimental, I think, to Russell Wilson being a quarterback. No, he's not my favorite quarterback, but this man is a Super Bowl champion. This man is well respected around the league, regardless of how you feel about him. And I think the players are behind Russell, and they definitely see how Sean Payton is treating the man. But I do think if they want to turn around this season, tonight is the night for them to turn around the season if they get a big upset win going into Arrowhead. What you got, Quan?
I mean, yeah, you're right, man. This is put up or shut up right here. I mean, this is a division game. It don't matter what your record is when it comes to a division game. One team can be winless, the other team can be undefeated, and it can be an upset, man. It's always going to be a 50-50 chance when it's a divisional game. And, I mean, personally, man, I'm rooting for the Broncos because, like Doug said, man, I mean, Russell Wilson has been taking a lot of heat from his own head coach. I understand it, but it's just like, damn, man. I don't know. I'm rooting for Russell Wilson, man. I'm a big fan of Russell Wilson. He took a huge decrease as of last season, and this season I'm seeing the flashes, but it's just not quite there, man. They got pieces that they need to put together, and they just got a lot of issues over there in Denver. I don't even know if that was a good situation for Russ. I don't know what's really going on over there. I don't really follow them, too closely to know what's going on, but I am rooting for them, man. I'm rooting for them tonight. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win, but I would like to see a competitive game. I want to see them keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are going to be high-powered. They're going to be at home. The crowd going to be rocking. It's a night game. It's going to be a tough environment for them to overcome those obstacles, but I'm looking for a good game, man. Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully they don't get away from the Denver Broncos.
Well, I mean, last Thursday night, we had a blowout. We were still on live with TCT. We had a blowout before we even got off. So
Yeah,
for
shout out
me,
to TCT, man.
I'm hoping for a better game, but just on paper, I do think Kansas City is a light years ahead. But at the same time, it's a division game. Division games, you never know. You never know. And I think there's more energy, more juice. There's gonna be more competitiveness amongst both teams. I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes' father and Marshawn Lynch on TV, and like I said, people don't understand that man right there. Patrick Mahomes is really a baseball player. And that's the reason why he's able to make those throws the way he is because
Those off-platform
those
throws.
off platform throws. And I know everybody wants that type of quarterback where you have a quarterback that's able to do off platform throws. But at the same time, you need a quarterback. Everybody's trying to find the newest thing. First, you had Cam Newton. Then you had I'll say your Kyler Murray, even though he hasn't lived up to the hype. But then there was Patrick Mahomes. Then you had Josh Allen. In that same category, everybody wants the newest thing as a quarterback. And that's where we'll get further down the line when we talk about Bryce and CJ. But at the same time, Tom Brady's gone. Now it's time for Patrick Mahomes to take that throne of the face of the NFL, the golden boy. I mean,
I think he already did, man. I think he already did.
I'll say he did, but when Tom Brady was still in the league, you couldn't really just say, "Oh, pass the baton off," because Tom Brady was up in age, but they were still making wins.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, I agree with you on that. But now it is Patrick Mahomes' league. It is his league, and now he has his best friend back healthy, even though he does have an ankle injury. I still think Travis Kelce will have a good showing tonight against the Denver Broncos. With the Denver Broncos, I know a lot of people already wrote them off when they gave up 70 points. Gave up 70 points against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, man.
That
That's
game happened. Quan was live. We were over at the Panthers Experience. Shout out to my guy's channel, the Panthers Experience, Uncle Quan. We were already talking about our game, and Quan was like, "Doug, do you see the score?" And I'm looking, I'm like, I went through, and I'm like,
yeah, at that point it was like 50 something.
Yes, it was 50.
13 or some shit.
Me, they're already, Sean Payton has his style. Has Sean Payton's, has the league surpassed Sean Payton? That's another thing you have to look at too, because at the same time, you came into an okay situation. You have explosive offense. You have Cortland Sutton. You have Jared Judy. You have Russell Wilson, who is a quarterback, again, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And you're known to be basically a quarterback whisperer. Look what you did with Drew Brees, but it's not correlating, and then your guys are not collabing together where something is missing between you and Russell. But then you give up 70 points, and now there's rumors that you're on a firing cell on the side of the defense. So to me, it's too early where it's not too early because really you're in week 6 now. Like I said, the trade deadline is right around the corner, so that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I put most of this blame on Sean Payton and not the players, because a coach can definitely come into a room and be a cancer, where we know another team that me and Quan like that has caused our team to be in dysfunction right now. And that's the word I was looking for. The Denver Broncos are in a dysfunctional mindset right now underneath Sean Payton.
Yeah. Definitely unmotivated, man. And like you said, they about to have a fire sale. So expect a lot of players from Denver to get shopped around. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I heard rumors that they were trying to shop Jerry Judy. They're open to shopping him. We do need a receiver over here in Carolina. So will we make a move for that? I don't know, man. But Denver just all around is just, I don't want to say it's a shit show, but it's really just chaos. Like Doug said, I don't really think the players are rallying around or believing what's going on there, what the vision is there. So I don't know, man. Denver is just, they're in trouble, man. I don't see them being good anytime soon. They might be on the same boat as us.
But see, that's one thing Quan just said, one of the particular players, but I hit him up last week and I was like, how would you feel about Patrick Surtain? Not just only Jared Judy. Supposedly, they're looking to shop Patrick Surtain. And, people in Carolina are saying, hey, Carolina should have drafted Patrick Surtain over, J.C. Horn. And I know how Quan feels about J.C. And, he's saying, or no, not JC, I'm sorry, Patrick Surtain, he was saying, he might be overrated, But at the same time, look at it where you can have Patrick Surtain and JC Horn together. That will be, JC can stay healthy. That's a big if. But at the same time, you get two corners in the top 10 in that same draft. One has already shown and got respect around the league. The other one is in the top tier of corners when he is healthy. So it is going to be interesting how the Denver Broncos approach the trade deadline. Are they going to be sellers? I definitely don't think they're going to be buyers. I know they're going to be buyers for draft capital because they gave most of their draft capital up to bring Sean Payton in. But it's definitely going to be interesting who they look to trade and who they look to keep. But again, I put most of this blame on Sean Payton. So let's fast forward into tonight with the game. Quan, who do we've already said, Russell, we talked about Jared Jeudy. Who are a couple players that you looking forward to on display tonight, either for Denver or from Kansas City?
Well, for one, I'm looking at Isaiah Pacheco. For one, he's on my fantasy. And two, I like his explosiveness, man. I like the way he plays when he is involved in their game plan, when they utilize him properly. I like the way he plays, man. I like him a lot. I'm just looking for Kansas City to kind of click better than they have previously. I'm starting to see them kind of get exposed. So, like, without Eric Bieniemy, their play calling looks a lot different. And I don't really believe in their weapons on the perimeter. I mean, they got not Tony Pollard.
You got Rice. I hope you got Rice.
Rice.
You got
what's the
it's another
19 Tony.
You got Tony.
Darius Tony. I was thinking that was first. But yeah, you got Tony on the outside. I mean,
you got Sky Moore.
Yeah, and that just kind
of Rice. Correct.
Yeah, that just kind of go back to my point. It's just like these receivers are not necessarily a threat. They're not respected across the league. So it's just like you're starting to see that too. With their play, all you're seeing is Patrick Mahomes go to the tight ends. I mean, especially Travis Kelce. And even without Travis Kelce, they looked lost. They did. But I'm looking to see how they play tonight. I mean, especially with the Denver defense. They got 70 put on their head. How can they come out tonight? Will they take advantage of that? Will they actually use their receivers? Will their receivers create separation? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for things like that. And then on Denver's side, I'm looking for better play on their offense. I mean, I'm looking for Sutton to get involved. I'm looking for Jerry Jeudy. I'm looking for Russell Wilson. And also shout out to Jerry Jeudy, who's also on my fantasy. But I'm looking for those guys to get involved. I'm looking for them to compete and just really be explosive. I mean, this is a team you're going to have to keep up with. You know Kansas City going to come with it. So how is Denver going to play, man? So those are three guys I'm looking for on that side of the ball. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it from what I'm looking for.
Got you. You already know I'm up here. I got it on mute, but I'm up here looking at Shebron, aka LeBron James. No disrespect, the barbershop. The barbershop. That is a great series.
It is, man. It's really good.
Really good. Even though I call LeBron Shebron because he's too big for the crime that he does.
James, man.
Outside of basketball, that man, that's a person a lot of people look up to, and I actually like what he does for Akron, what he does for his I cannot think of his charities, and just like for kids. So shout out to LeBron. But for me, I think can Kansas City keep their foot on the gas? And shout out to our guy Austin. I appreciate you writing those names down there for me, man. Can Kansas City keep their foot on the gas? Meaning, again, we saw what they did Thursday night, opening night. They did play a Sunday night game against the New York Jets, and the Jets could have won if they had better quarterback play by Zach Wilson. So for me, I think the offense needs to look better. They need to gel better because, like my guy Quan just said, you can tell the difference with Eric Bieniemy not being there, helping Andy Reid call plays. Just like, I don't know if it's going to be taking time. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's personnel, but they have to click if they want to go against that gauntlet in the AFC right now. Defense, I do think Denver's defense will not give up another 70-point game this year. I pray not, because if they do, I think the defensive coordinator and Sean Payton need to be getting their walking papers as soon as the game is over with. But I I want to see who's going to match up with Travis Kelce. I know Patrick Surtain is a boundary corner, but I want to know who's going to match up and cover, or how they're going to cover Travis Kelce in this particular game. Because again, we know that matchup. Travis
Mhm.
Kelce, I think last year had, was it a 4 touchdown game last year? So for me, I think
Yeah, man, that was beautiful. I had him on my fantasy too. That literally won me that whole
that
game,
that
man.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I mean, well, we saw what DJ Moore did last week.
Yep.
Are we going to have a particular player for either Denver or Kansas City that's going to take over the game single handedly?
Hmm.
Um, what can Russell do? And like I said, we'll get into it later down the show. But what can Russell do? Because I know he's getting a lot of criticism from his coach. I know, like I said, that it's like a marriage that's being disgruntled right now. That there might be a divorce between, the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson. He's still a caliber quarterback. I just think it's time for their offense to get it. But I'm gonna read the stat. I did not know Chris Jones. He missed one game, but he leads the team with 4.5 sacks. Learn how I can go back. I think the tackles for loss. Let me go back real quick. Hold on. Let me read this stat again.
Yeah, I don't think Russell Wilson is in a good situation since he's been
He's
there.
not. He's not.
Yeah.
He definitely is not in a good situation. And and for me, I think is Sean Payton is past his years. Just like I think I was telling Quan whenever
Yeah, I didn't want him, man. A lot of Panthers fans wanted
Quan
him
was
as a
one of the
coach.
main people that was like, I did not want him. I didn't want to give a draft
Mm-mm.
capital for him. And I
Mm-mm.
do think the New Orleans Saints were going to try to get the bag out of us. So this is Chris Jones' stats. He missed one game already. Has 4.5 sacks as a D tackle, 4 tackles for loss, and 8 quarterback hits, and only in 4 games. That is unbelievable. And I understand the reason why that man deserves his bag. And like I said, he missed the first game of the season and already has 4.5 sacks. I think that defensive line, he is a defensive line, but he tacks on a
Mhm.
double team where their other ends and their other tackles can get to the quarterback. But one thing that Russell does do as well, he takes too many sacks. For me, Russell Wilson holds onto the ball too long and takes too many sacks. What we got here? What's going on, Derek B? I just seen a comment coming up. What did Nate say? Russell should have stayed with Pete Carroll, who knew how to best use him. The problem is Russell wanted to try and be something he's not instead of what made him successful. Okay. And I'm not going to disagree with that because just look, it might be schematic and mean scheme wise. Look what Gino was able to do with Pete Carroll. Everybody
Mhm.
wrote off Geno Smith whenever he went
Mhm.
to the Seattle Seahawks. But I think Russell was also trying to be something he was not whenever you had Pete Carroll come out and said, our quarterback buys into the system. Our quarterback wants to wear a wristband. Even though I don't think a wristband is that important to wear, if a quarterback knows your system, it was just the way he said it where I think Gino believes in Pete Carroll and Pete Carroll believes in Gino. But again, like I said, that marriage in between Sean Payton and Pete Carroll, I mean, Sean Payton and Russell Wilson is not working out so far. And either one of them are going to get, somebody's either going to get traded or somebody's going to
Somebody gonna go, man. Yeah, somebody
yeah,
gonna go.
somebody got to go.
Yeah.
All right, Derek B says, shout out to Marshfield, North Carolina's own Jamil McCollin, the undrafted rookie that plays for Denver. Yes, sir. Like I said, we got a couple of Carolina cats over there in Denver. You got Javonte Williams as well, too. Nate said this is a system league. Correct. You just look at what Eric Bieniemy is able to do with Sam Howell. Quan already said that, you can tell the difference with Eric Bieniemy being in Kansas City and what Eric Bieniemy brings to the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. You want to go ahead and give your score prediction, or you want to wait till it gets closer to game time?
It don't matter, man. I think this. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be a close one. I want it to be close, but in reality, man, I see this game being. I'm gonna go 31 Chiefs, Denver 20. Yeah. Let's go with that.
31-20?
Denver 20, Chiefs 31. I'm being
Uh,
generous for Denver too, man. I don't even know if they're gonna get 20, but I'm giving them 20.
I like that score.
But hey, last week we was wrong. So hey, let's see.
Or if Denver, like I said, I mean, if Denver gets this game, Denver will help their season. They'll be 2-4, and I think they'll be 1-1 in the division, or they'll be 1-0 in the division. I can't remember. But I mean, division wins are good because again, you're 2-4. You're beating Kansas City in one of the hardest stadiums to play in Arrowhead. I'm gonna go. You said 31-20. I'll
Yep.
go. What's going on, Auntie? I'm gonna go 34. Darn, you gave 20. 34-24. I give him 24 points. Quan should know me. Every time I say 24, I say Carolina scored 24 points to win. I don't know why I just like that number. Don't you
We
say
scored
it.
24 last time. We scored 24 last game too, Doug. and
Here you go. Here you go.
And we still got whooped. But that was coming regardless, man. We seen that one coming.
Yeah. Like I said, it might be a good game. Like I said, Nate, your Commanders, we were all Commanders over here, and we saw what happened. So,
Here they go with this Taylor Swift. There you go.
So, me and Quan have. I'm gonna put a thumbnail up above us so we can discuss who's the best team in the NFL. So this is what we got right here. I did put Kansas City on there because Kansas City is playing tonight. But I didn't put who's, but I put who is the best team in the NFL. You got the Detroit Lions, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, you got the Miami Dolphins, or you got the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you got the San Francisco 49ers.
I think that's an easy one right there, man. That's an easy one.
Okay, but I already know where you're going to go. So go ahead. I'm going to let you go first, and I'm going to have a rebuttal for you. So go ahead.
I mean, San Francisco is hitting on all cylinders, man. I mean, you look at everything from the front office, their personnel on both sides of the ball is elite. I mean, they got weapons everywhere. I mean, hell, you name them. You got Fred Warner leading the charge, Nick Bosa. You got Hufanga over there. I mean, they're stacked. And then you got on the other side of the ball, our guy, CMC. Hell, Brock Purdy has been balling.
Yes.
Debo Samuel. Ayuk has been balling. You got George Kittle. They even got the best fullback. I mean, they all around just stacked. I mean, they just stacked. And then you got the coaching, the play calling. The play calling, it just matches their personnel, man. It fits their scheme, and they play to their players' strengths, and they really throw people off guard, man, with their play calling. And even with the competition that we saw against Dallas being one of the, the top tier teams in the league, at least start the season off, and they made them look like scrubs. They just made them look like pure scrubs, like they just were bottom tier of the league. And that's not the case for the Dallas Cowboys. But that just goes to prove how high-powered San Francisco is. And as of right now, I don't see nobody stopping them. Even if you put Philadelphia in front of them, I think they'll beat Philadelphia right now too.
So I hope Quan will give me my credit. I called Quan after I left the Dallas and New England game, and I was like, Quan, I was like, Cowboys look good, but I said they are going to get blown out by the 49ers. And Quan was like,
I expected that to be a better game.
Yeah, he did. He was like, nah, that would be a good game. I said, Quan, I'm telling you, I just got this gut feeling. Dallas defense is going to be fine. But what happens when you put a defense on the field too long? They get tired, and then they give up explosive plays. George Kittle got 3 touchdowns. That was off of explosive plays. It wasn't based off of scheme. It was just defense probably be on the field too long, and it was definitely miscommunication. I agree with him. San Francisco is the most dominant all-around team, but I'm gonna give credit to not the head coach, but to John Lynch. And the reason I'm giving credit to this man, he's the GM and he's part of ownership. He gets out the way. He gets what Kyle Shanahan needs, and he does his particular job. And yes, I'm throwing shade to the Carolina Panthers right now because, again, we have organizational issues where certain people do not know how to stay in their lane. But to stay on topic, another team that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and I knew Quan was going to go with the 49ers, but I'm going to throw him out there. Do not sleep on the Detroit Lions. Quan told everybody week one, when the Detroit Lions played Kansas City, Detroit is a team that people are going to sleep on. You have to look at what Dan Campbell and that organization has done as well. They started a 3-year process or a 3-year rebuild, and they've only had Dan Campbell for 3 years, and look where they're at now. Look how they ended the season last year on a 6 or 7 game win streak, knocked out Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs to end their season on a high note. And they came in the season starting out in Kansas City and beat the Chiefs on opening night. Yes, they just beat the brakes off the Carolina Panthers. Yes, they did lose one game, but at the same time, I think they just underestimated their opponent. One thing I do think the San Francisco 49ers will not do, they will not lay down or underestimate an opponent. They're going to put their foot on your neck, and they're going to go from start of the whistle to the end of the whistle. I just look at one of their offensive linemen, Trent Williams. I can't stand him. I think he's dirty. He is one of the best tackles out there, but I do think the man is dirty as well, man. He said Dallas defense is only dominant ahead. You can run at Dallas D-line. Correct. Don't sleep on what the Rams will be in a couple of weeks if they stay healthy. Really a couple overthrows from beating Philly by double digits. So, I mean, we could go down. I had Philly up there. Reason why I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are quite yet right there. Coordinators, I know we're going to have Nate say, that's an excuse, but I'm just putting the proof is in the pudding. The coordinator is not calling the right schemes or getting the right plays called for the players. And they're basically gotten lucky every single week with they win. They basically escaped away with something going down wrong for them to win. Yes, they're undefeated, but their back side of their schedule is very heavy, where I do think we will really find out if the Philadelphia Eagles have the Super Bowl losing team curse or what is going to happen going forward. Also, we had we said Detroit, we said Miami. When we did our full schedule prediction, me and Quan predicted together that Miami and the 49ers are going to make the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy where from week 1 to week 4, Tua's stats were identical from last year to this year. And I think with them having injuries now, with their running back room being hurt, yes, they do have Jared Wilson coming back. I do think still their defense, there's no defense in the league. And I would love to see San Francisco, but me personally, I don't think there's any defense in the league that can stop the Miami Dolphins right now. And I would love to see that matchup in the Super Bowl.
Man,
I would see that. What you
real quick. I'm gonna be quick.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to put together a ticket for tonight's game, but I want to put together a 4-man. So right now, I got 5, so I got to figure out who I'm gonna take off. I got Travis Kelce for 9.0 reception targets.
Okay.
So you got to get 10 basically.
Okay.
Jerry Jeudy for 7 reception targets. You got Rashee Rice for under 5 reception targets. Isaiah Pacheco for under 17 rush attempts. And then Russell Wilson for over 33 pass attempts.
Okay, you need to add one more or take one off.
Say that one more time.
You need to add one or take one off.
I need to take one of these off, but I'm trying to figure out who to take off.
You got Rice. You had Rice for what?
Under 5 reception targets. Remember, like I said in the opener, they don't really go to their receivers a lot. So that's why I went to the under.
And like I said, last year, we remember what Travis Kelce was able to do.
Exactly. So, I mean, I might, because Russell Wilson they're going to try to keep up with the Chiefs. So I think they're gonna pass a lot. So I'm gonna keep that one on there. I think what I'm gonna take off is the damn man. I don't know.
What?
Travis Kelce. I mean, 10 targets. That's a lot, but at the same time, he targets the hell out of Kelce.
The
So
only thing that scares me is that ankle.
that
But
ankle, exactly. So that's why I'm
playing on
hesitating.
grass though.
He might be the weak link, man. He might be the weak link in this one. So I'm gonna take him off, and I'm gonna go with this 4-man.
Okay. And then what Quan is doing is prize picks. Me and Quan are over a group that we call JPG. We definitely love our JPG members. We did a fantasy draft with them. We have giveaways coming here in November. If you would like to join our JPG group, either leave a comment here or like Quan says, leave us a message on X saying, hey, I want to know more information about JPG. Again, like I said, yes, we do projections there, but we meet, we have watch parties, talk football, anything breaking news. Like I said, it's just a sports community where, you don't have to just talk on the phone. You can text. And, if you're at work, we post breaking news, everything. So shout out to our JPG community, man. Definitely appreciate those gentlemen and our lone queen that's in there, man. So
they got the new sprints up too for weeks.
I seen that too, but it's too late now, and I totally forgot to play it because you got to play it on Thursday.
At least it's too late for tonight's game. You still got time to play it before the 15th.
Hey, shout out to our guy DZ. Yeah, I just seen that, man. Yeah, hey, whenever she is there, I definitely expect him to go off. I
might make another ticket. DZ got me second guessing, man. You're right though. She is in the building. They at home. It's a night game.
Yep. And like I said, he has Denver's number. He has Denver's number.
They're gonna get his ass involved, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Russell Wilson pick. You think he's gonna throw a pick tonight?
He will. He definitely will. He definitely will throw a pick.
All right, so let's do that. Let's go with the Russell Wilson INT. I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce's yards. Or not yards. I'm gonna go with his receptions. Then I'm gonna figure out who I might get Chris Jones for a sack. Hell.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. You heard what I just said. The man got 4.5 sacks in 4 games. That's a sack and more per game. I did not know Russell's balling like that. He got 11 touchdowns to 2.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty damn good, man. They're not clicking, bro. They just not clicking. Like, he had one game over like 300 something yards, man. I think he had 2 games over 300.
And then we did just drop the link if anybody wants to come up. Like I said, it is almost game time. Me and Quan gonna be here probably for about 30 more minutes. We're gonna, flip the switch. We already gave our predictions. Quan has Kansas City 31-20. I have Kansas City 34-24. Definitely is hopefully a better game than last week. While Quan is actually doing his prize picks, let me go ahead and look to our week 6 schedule right now. Who do we have? Just a couple of games. I just go down the slate because I don't see a game that's really caught my eye so far. You have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans.
What about one more? What about Harrison Butker getting 2 field goals?
Kicker, try points.
Has
kicker points up there?
I don't think he was up there for kicker points though.
Yeah, look for kicker points if they got from kicker points.
Let me go back to it because I just looked at it. Yeah, he's not up there for kicker points. I would have went to that one first before the field goals.
Only reason why I don't know if they would kick it all the time, but if they had kicker points, I would definitely take his kicker points.
Facts. Oh shit, I'm gonna look into the punts, man.
Okay. Well, Quan's looking at the punts. We got Ravens versus the Titans. You have the Commanders versus the Falcons. The Vikings out without Justin Jefferson against the Bears that are coming off a great win, and they had rest as well. You got the Seahawks versus the Bengals. The Bengals finally caught fire. Chase went stupid right along with Joe Burrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got the 49ers versus the Browns. The Saints versus the Titans. the Colts versus the Jazz. And I don't know about that when the Jazz have been over there in London for 2 weeks. So I would definitely love to see how they look now back back in Jacksonville. You have Miami versus the Panthers. You got the Patriots versus the Raiders. I think that'll be a good game. You got former coach playing against his former boss. Then you got the Lions versus the Bucks. I think that'll be a good game. The Bucks are coming off a bye. I definitely want to see how the Bucks play against Detroit. And then you have Cardinals versus the Rams, Eagles versus the Jets. And I will talk about this game. You have the Cowboys versus the Chargers on Monday night, which I think is going to be a true test for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me see. My bad, DZ. If I said the Saints, I meant the Titans. My bad, fam. My bad. I did. I'm giving out future content. I will be doing a breakdown on the Dallas Cowboys visit on the West Coast. They're already 0-1. They could be 0-2 right now. Me and Quan talked about it. He was like, Doug, you gonna do something? I said I wanted to wait because I didn't want to jump ahead where if they do win, they're 1-1. But right now, I think Kellen Moore coming off a bye, and they're getting Austin Eckler back. You have Keenan Allen, who has surprised a lot of people this year with his play. Then you add Palmer and you add Quentin Williams. You have Kelly, and then you have Kellen Moore going against his former team. And I think Kellen Moore is going to pull all tricks, ponies, everything out the hat to go against the Dallas Cowboys. I do think this is a big game because if they lose back-to-back games, that is not going to be good. And then
it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it's like I said, I can't wait to break it down. I can't wait to show the film. I can't wait to talk about it because for me, Dallas defense is real, and there's no shade to Dak Prescott, but Mike McCarthy is not the answer. And with Mike McCarthy not being the answer, the downfall is Dak Prescott's bad play. Dak Prescott is not a Super Bowl type of winning quarterback.
No.
But he is capable of helping, but he needs a caliber of coach to help him down the road, which I don't think Mike McCarthy is. Aaron Rodgers carried Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy can't carry Mike McCarthy can't carry Dak Prescott. So that game right there is my game of the week for me. The Dallas Cowboys and the Chargers, we do have to wait, unfortunately, till Monday night, but I think it's going to be worth the wait. I do think Mike McCarthy would try to be very aggressive, but I do think Kellen Moore and that offense is going to definitely expose Dallas a lot. What you got? You got a game in particular?
My game of this week, man. I'm looking forward to the Bucks versus the Lions. Man, I don't like the Bucks, but they've been playing some good football lately, and it surprised the hell out of me. I mean, if you look at that video when we talked about the Bucks, specifically when we did our schedule prediction.
Oh yeah, we didn't give them no credit. We gave them no
credit. They didn't win shit, bro. So the fact that they're 3-1 right now, first in our division,
correct,
that blows my mind. If you told me that, like 2 months ago, I'd have been like, yeah, you smoking or something. But yeah, man, I think I'm looking forward to that game. That should be a good game. I'm either looking for the Lions to expose them, or I'm looking for a high-powered, competitive kind of game. You know what I mean? So let's see what kind of game that's going to turn out to be. And I think it's going to be a very competitive game. I mean, I think they're pretty evenly matched. Maybe not the QB position, but all around, I think they're pretty evenly matched. So I'm expecting some explosive plays out of that game.
For me, with that particular game, the last time I saw Baker Mayfield, he showed me old shades of Baker when they played the Philadelphia Eagles. And I want to see, with a week of preparation, how I'm getting mad at myself because I cannot believe I'm forgetting his name. Todd Bowles and his coaching staff looks with calling adjustments and having a week of preparation. I do think it's going to be a good game, like Quan said. But again, for me, I think the Detroit Lions are for real. I think they are for real. I really think
Oh
they are
yeah.
for real. And I think that game is in Tampa. That game, I will be having that game circled as well. I definitely have that game circled as well, man.
Another game I think should be pretty good is the Seahawks and the Bengals. We just saw recently with the Bengals playing Arizona, they got their footing back. And when they started out, a lot of people are panicking. A lot of people saying like the Bengals are on a downfall. But if you look at it, man, like I've been saying, the Bengals always start slow. That's how they've been. Even their Super Bowl year, they started slow. So I wasn't panicking about them. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Bengals catch their feet and just continue to gain momentum going into this next game. Seahawks, they definitely not going to just let them come in there and just get it off easy. So I think it's going to be a competitive game. I'm looking for some competition in that game. I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. It's going to be competitive. I don't know, man. I think that's going to be a pretty good game.
All right. So the last 15 minutes, and I'm glad it's only 15, we're going to talk about something that me and Quan do not have on, and I'm surprised my guy did not have any paraphernalia of this particular team on, but I do see he has that OSU shirt jersey on. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers, man. And I know my tone has totally changed because I did not expect the outcome that we have experienced through 6 weeks. Um, Pause. I appreciate everybody that's here because if you want to leave, this is gonna be kind of depressing. Like I said, me and Quan already gave our predictions. Definitely appreciate everybody put up this Thursday night, man.
Chat, man.
Always. If you guys have not, Quan, go ahead and drop the link. Go to your page, drop the link in the chat. Most people are probably already subscribed to my guy, the Parents Experience of Uncle Quan, man. Even if you have not subscribed or have not checked out most of his content, please go ahead and check it out over there for my guy, man. Like I said, here in 2 weeks, me and my guy will definitely be back linked up. We will be bringing
Man,
that
you got
off.
2 weeks now? That came
Yep.
fast, bro. That
two
came
weeks,
fast as hell.
2 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, we will be back in the city. Quan is in the city, but we'll be back together in the city, giving live content vlogs of that Hall of Honor game against the Houston Texans. Should be a great one. Hopefully, Bryce is, I ain't gonna say it because I already know it's probably not gonna be a win, but hopefully by that time, we're coming off a bye. He does get his first win underneath his belt against CJ Stroud. Speaking of CJ Stroud, I know people have heard the rumors, the talks, the gossip of you know, David Temper and Frank Wright already butting heads. When me and Quan were in the backstage, I said, Quan, this reminds me of Matt Rule. The owner does not want to give up the reins, does not need to have a say so. He just needs to cut the check and say, hey, who do you want? What do I need to do? Let me go sit in my box. Let me be on the field. Let me come visit. But since David Tepper has become our owner, this man has had his hand in the cookie jar ever since. Even when we had Cam Newton to Teddy Bridgewater to Sam Darnold to now Bryce Young, we all knew that CJ Stroud was the type of quarterback that works great in Frank Reich's system. Now there's reports that that was not the pick that Frank Reich wanted. Everybody knew that. But at the same time, Bryce Young is a generational talent, but you can have a generational talent that does not fit a system. And that's the thing that we're seeing. The reason why he handed over the play calling to Thomas Brown in the second half of the game last week against the Detroit Lions. Go ahead, Quan.
I mean, I ain't really got much to say about this team, man. It's really just bad all around. Like literally all around is bad. You got like Doug said, man. You got an owner who's very hands on. Personally, I like that, but at some point you got to realize what works and what doesn't. When to step back and when to get involved. If you're gonna be that type of owner, you just got to know what you're doing, man. So it sucks, man, especially after hearing a quote recently where he says, this was before the draft or after we drafted Bryce, and he said, Bryce didn't need receivers. He didn't need receivers because he was a point guard. He was a distributor. He can get the ball to anybody. That was basically what he was saying. So he was like, we want to save money there and basically just be cheap. That kind of hurts to hear, because now we're dealing with a situation where we're going out and looking for a receiver, stepping on our own toes, and we do that very often. So yeah, man, just looking at the personnel, looking at all the injuries, looking at the level of play, just looking at the play calling. I mean, everything all around is just bad, man. And it's kind of sad. It's a sad time to be a Panthers fan. It's disappointing. It's frustrating. All the above, man. So yeah, I mean, right now where I'm at as a fan, I'm just a spectator, man. I'm just here watching. I watch every game. I don't really miss a game. There's not a single game that I miss. I haven't even missed a single game from 2010 when we went 2-14. So it's not going to change. I'm here for the process. I mean, I know a lot of people probably gave up on this team, which I understand. But I'm here, man. I'm here to watch this team, even if it's a blowout, even if it's an ugly game. I'm still here to watch, man, because once we start clicking, it's gonna feel a lot better once we do, man. But the only thing is, it's like we don't really see that in sight anytime soon, man. When are we gonna be good again? It's gonna take a lot because we got a lot of issues all around. Just a lot of issues, man.
So this is deep because we can really go really deep with this. When you think about it, he hired Matt Rule because he smelled like him, he looked like him, he tastes like him.
Yeah, man.
You fire him because then you made a quote, oh, I don't look at social media, I don't do X, Y, and Z. You fired him because all the backlash that you got for hiring this man and the check that you cut for him that's coming out of your pocket. Then you look at the caliber of coaches that we could have signed, and it has me thinking now, did Ben Johnson say, I don't want my owner so handsy where I can't make a connection with my GM and we do what we want to do. I think David Tepper was too handsy in getting a coach that he wanted. And it goes to show, I think Frank Wright was just a yes man.
Yeah.
First play right now, Denver got the ball first, got a good 8-yard gain. That was a great first drive or first run. 8-yard gain already on the first pop. I think for me, Scott Fitterer has to go. Scott Fitterer has to go.
Yeah, you gotta get up out of here, man.
We said that last week with TCT when we did the who to blame. Everybody wants to blame Bryce. My guy Quan did an excellent job of breaking down that film why you cannot blame Bryce because that man is a rookie and you have to look at the scheme. Like I said, I definitely appreciate my guy bringing that content, not just to our platform, but just to all Panthers fans to show the film does not lie.
Don't lie, man. Film don't lie.
For me, it's been bittersweet because I was so excited. I was able to go back home, got a new coach. We got the quarterback. For me and Quan was telling me, he was like, Doug, I don't sit such and such, such. I said, nah, Quan, we're going to spend that money this year. We're going to spend money because, now I'm looking at it like, well, shoot, we could have just set the nosebleeds or went outside the stadium because it's like, you have so much faith in your team. We love our team, but it's like it's taking a toll on us. Like I said, I got Quan, and that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to be funny. So, are we expecting a play-by-play this Sunday, Quan, or
no, I already told y'all on the live. I'm not doing a live play-by-play. I even got plans for Sunday, man. I'm going to brunch. About to meet up with an old friend coming into town. Me and my girl, we got about to go enjoy our brunch, man.
Quan, I did it on purpose, and you.
I ain't fucking with this team. I mean, I'm going to watch when I do get home, but I'm not going live, man, because I'm really going to be sitting here calling plays. All right, Tyreek Hill with another 59-yard touchdown. Mostert with another 60-yard gain on the ground. Like it's just gonna be depressing. Like it's no point. It's no point, man.
So I got a real question, and I'm not trolling. This is a real honest answer.
Yeah.
After the bye week, how many wins do you possibly see in us win right now?
On the entire season, I see anywhere between 3 or 4 wins.
Okay. You see 3 or 4 wins.
3 or 4, yeah.
Oh, go Javonte Williams. That was a good spin move on a 3rd and 2.
Damn,
Javonte
yeah, he
Williams
spent up
definitely had
out of
a
there.
nice gain. Nice gain right there. Probably about a 12-yard gain right there.
Yeah, he was
Stuffed in
stuffed
the
too.
backfield. Yeah, he was stuffed in the backfield. Um, Unfortunately, and I mean this unfortunately, I have to go to 2 more games. I have to go one at home, and then my last one, I will be
You
going on
going
the
to
road.
enemy lines, boy. You going to enemy lines, man. I'm gonna let you
ISC.
know, man. I got a chance to go to New Orleans last year for the last game. It didn't mean nothing. It was the last game of the season. Neither one of us was going to the playoffs, so yeah. But they gonna talk that shit.
Oh
New
yeah,
Orleans fans,
look, I mean, my
they
cousin
gonna talk
gonna be
shit.
there. You already know me. You know me. You see me. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be right back to you, but at the same time, just for me, it's my enthusiasm has not went up, it's went down slow. And
same man.
what I'm really hoping now, nobody gets a severe injury. I'm hoping Bryce does not get a severe injury. We have been hit with the injury bug from the
Yeah,
jump.
man.
Nothing is impossible. I'm using a Kevin Durant. Anything is possible. But right now it's not looking too good for us. But at the same time, I definitely believe that Bryce Young is our new franchise quarterback. I don't believe in Frank Wright. I will again go back to week 2. I think Frank Wright is another Matt Rule with a mask on. I think it is time for David Temper, once the season is done, to go ahead and fire Scott Fitterer. I do not trust Frank Wright to bring in a caliber GM that we need because he is so old philosophy. He does not want to change. Sack, there you go. Oh, he got out of it. Get out of here.
That man Russ, man, he's slippery.
Get out of here. There was that sack, Quan. Did you take that sack?
Nah, I didn't take the sack.
Okay. Okay. I was thinking there was that sack right there. Um, so for me, I can't speak for Quan. Like I said, we're definitely gonna still be Panthers fans. I know I see people saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to a different fan base." I've been a Panther fan since I was born. I know plenty of people say, "Oh, you should go to X, Y, and Z." Da 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 da. Da. You know how Dallas? I think is it DCL DC for life, and that stands for Dallas Cowboys for life.
Yeah.
I'm a Carolina Panther. I'm a Carolina boy for life. Like I said, just like I love
Yeah,
my Heels, I'm gonna be a Panther fan. But yeah,
yeah, it's crazy, man.
it's
Uh,
it's
that's-
it's it's
yeah,
hard though. It's hard. It's very hard. Go ahead, Quan. It's hard, man.
yeah. Speaking of, man, I did a poll just to kind of check in with Panthers fans, and I was like, y'all still rocking with us? Are you close to being out of here, or are you just over the team? Are you just done with it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a couple of them out there that's just like, yeah, I'm over it, man. I'm done. I can't put up with this no more. And like I said earlier, I mean, I get it, I understand, but I mean, once we start winning, just stay where you at. You know,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah. Don't
anything.
come back.
Yeah,
Please don't come back.
yeah, man. It's we ain't doing that, man. We if you gonna be with us, stick with us through the thick and the thin. It's gonna be some hard times. And if you don't believe in the process, I mean, I get it. I understand. So do your thing, but me, I'm gonna be here, man. I've literally been born with this team, and I've seen a lot of losing seasons. I've seen this shit before, so it is what it is, man. I'm here for the long run, and don't nothing last forever. So we're gonna be straight. We're gonna be straight eventually. This year is just not it. It's okay. But if you're gonna dip up out of here, man, stay where you at. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay where you at.
It's been hard. It's definitely been hard.
Yeah, it's hard as hell. Hard as hell, man.
Like I said, I won't. Only other thing I will be buying. I will be buying one more Panthers merchandise, and that is salute the service because the funds do go to the military. I am in the military. I love the concept that they did. That is the only thing I'm buying. And you see, every time we went live lately, Even on the Panthers experience, I am not wearing any gear right now because it's just so overwhelming and it's heartbreaking. But at the same time, like I said, man, keep pounding. I definitely appreciate my guy Quan, man. Like I said, we do this every Thursday. Um, like I said, anybody can join the live anytime. Like I said, we'll drop the link anytime. Like I said, me and Quan already said we're going to do about an hour so everybody can enjoy. Next Thursday, we will be back. The following Thursday, also, me and Quan are going to try to, I don't know how we're going to do it or how the concept is going to be, but we're going to bring a state of the Panthers address during the bye week. It's Quan smiling. I already got some ideas. I already know he's thinking of some things. It might be a mixture. It might be a mixed bag. We might do some film breakdown together. We might, talk about personnel. Even go with some coaches. Did we, hire the wrong coach? Did we hire the wrong defensive coordinator? Because even though that defense is doing well, Evero's scheme, we have got burnt in the run game every game.
I think that's the personnel issue because even if you look at Phil Snow, and hell, just with this personnel, it's just it don't really scream run stuffing. So
and then with Quan saying that, I'll go ahead and give another top that we're gonna definitely talk about. Miles Sanders. Wrap it up, throw it in the bag.
He's not it, man. And that's the thing. I was wrong about Miles Sanders.
You weren't the only one.
I did a film breakdown on him, and I was very optimistic. I thought he could come in and help this run game. I thought he was gonna be explosive. I thought he had good vision, but I'm literally seeing the exact opposite. Like it was last game, we saw one play specifically where, matter of fact, I was breaking it down live. It was a hole that was wide open. I'm literally, as I'm calling the play, I said, "Oh, Miles Sanders has a wide open hole and he is stuffed for a 1-2 yard gain." And literally, as you replay it, that shit was wide open. Like any running back in the league, hell, myself included. If you see a hole like that, bro, you got to hit full speed. Like that's easy, at least a first down. So for him to run straight into the tackle, that was embarrassing, man. And it's just like, all right, Miles, I tried to give you 5 games before I judged, but like, he's just not it, man. He's not it until you prove me otherwise. He's not it. I don't believe in Miles Sanders. And speaking of, I think I heard he might be out. He might be out.
And Derek Brown and Brian Burns didn't practice today either. So that's the thing to look forward to too. Which I understand they might let him sit and then come back for the bye. Like I said, anything is possible after the bye. Anything is possible.
If Brian Burns and Derek Brown both don't play, that's going to make it even worse. They really might put up 70 again.
What did I say? I said, I don't know. Dog Pacheco running that ball, man.
There he is.
Wait till you see this run right here. That joker was not.
Yeah. Angry running, man.
One particular player that I'm surprised that has not given Miles Sanders an earful is Deuce Staley. Like I said, I don't know if you guys seen where Quan was able to go. I was able to go. You can hear Deuce. You can hear him during the game. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't know why they're not giving Chuba a run. I know Blackshear has been a healthy scratch. We also have Tariq Cohen that's supposed to be coming on at the end of the what the world? Quan, wait till you see this.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've seen Travis Kelce do that.
What's going on, MDJ?
With the laterals
pulling up, man. Like I said, we closing out here, but I definitely appreciate. Like I said, we just gave our predictions. We talked about who's the king of the NFL right now. We both agree with Kansas. We both agree with the San Francisco 49ers, but I definitely told Quan don't sleep on the Detroit Lions. And now we're just basically, yes, sir. Like I said, man, it's been a grind. It has been a grind. It has been a grind, man.
Yes, sir. Get that man to 1K, man. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all are in here and you're not subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe, man.
Yeah, me and Quan talk about that every day almost. Like I said, he'd be like, Doug, you almost there. You almost there. I said, yeah, like I said, trust me, we're going to have a big giveaway. Like I said, I definitely appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel. Again, hang through March, April and May. Definitely appreciate all the prayers, man. I definitely appreciate everybody getting my Uncle Quan to 1K too, man. That man.
Oh, yeah. Big love. He almost at 2K now, man. So, hey, big love, man.
So, like I said, Next week, we do have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. We have our division rival hosting next week. So we definitely will be back with an NFL take. No special guests. We do have some people we're trying to align with. So possibly coming back off that bye, going into that Houston game. We're looking to have another Panthers YouTuber join us to talk about the Hall of Honor game. We're definitely going to talk about the inductees. We're going to talk about the game. We're obviously going to talk about Thursday night. Ooh, that should be the pick right there. So any closing remarks, Quan? We right at 1 hour, man. Go ahead and close out with anything you got. And then I will close out with our stress free. I'm definitely with you. I'm definitely with you, MDJ, man. Definitely with you, man.
Hey, man, I can't wait for the bye week. I can't wait. I just need a breather. Spider-Man 2 gonna be out, man. For all my gamers out there.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be locked in. I ain't worried about no football on that Sunday. I don't care. My team not playing. I watch the highlights, but I'm locked in. I'm locked in, man.
But go ahead, Quan. You got anything else?
Hey, I appreciate y'all pulling up as always. If you are in the chat, man, go ahead and show that love. Hit that like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. My man Doug, you already heard it. He's almost at 1,000. We're gonna be doing this all season, y'all. Every Thursday, we back talking about the NFL, just kind of recapping on what we saw, and then of course we're gonna predict the games that we do look forward to, man. So if y'all looking forward to this and y'all want to get in on this, man, we will drop the link every Thursday. Y'all can pull up, talk y'all shit, you know what I'm saying? Talk about your team, whatever it is, man. If you want to vent about the Panthers, if you want to talk about, whatever, man, just pull up on us, and we'll be here every Thursday. But as always, we appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. We appreciate the love. Quan, here go a field goal right here. You probably should have took that field goal prop. You probably should have. Because I'm surprised.
I think I did, Doug. Hold on.
Bet. Because like I said, I wanted you to take kicker points because I knew kicker points will help you too. Because they'll let Buckner kick a long field goal, so that's good.
I did. I replaced him. With Pacheco's receiving yards.
Okay. Well, that's the first one. But it's one. It's just one.
Yeah. True.
Like I said, you know how I finish it out. I definitely appreciate everybody showing the love. I appreciate my guy Uncle Quan rocking with me since, really, I'll say day one of starting What's Up, Doug. I know, like I said, you guys show him mad love over there. You guys show us mad love here, man. Again, share the video for us. Share the content. Again, once we hit that 1K, you do not want to miss the giveaway that we're going to have.
Yes,
like I said, leave a comment for us. Hit that like button. As always, we appreciate the love. Everybody stay blessed. We're going to close it out with our new intro and outro. Once that ends, everybody have a good night.